Dr. Kitti has just given us a fantastic talk at the Expats Club, and it's probably the first one of its kind in Thailand, all about heart disease, heart prevention, and the kind of contraptions that you can use to help. So Dr. Kitti, welcome to the Expats Club. What are the most common symptoms of heart disease?
I think it's individual. Some patients have chest pain, some patients feel dizzy, or in the serious case, you can pass out or pass away. That means if you had the symptoms, you should go to see the doctor.
Yeah. So at what age should people come to see you, and how often?
Maybe in the middle-aged man, or if you are very high risk, you is a smoker, or you have diabetes or hypertension, or you have family history of heart disease, you should go early, maybe about 30 years old, or and you should go to check up yearly or twice a year is better.
And is there anything you can do that you can help yourself to prevent this kind of heart disease coming on?
Right. The prevention is much more important than treatment. You can prevent by yourself, limit salt intake, and limit about the high cholesterol food. You should eat fish, fruit and vegetable to prevent heart disease.
And exercise, is that the big
exercise
factor?
is very important together, but it depends on you. If you can exercise, okay, you can go on.
Now, you spoke a lot about defibrillators and pacemakers. These can help get hearts working again, isn't it?
Right, because the device I will show you, this one is defibrillator, and it's bigger than pacemaker. The pacemaker will help your heart if you have slow heart rate, and the defibrillator will treat your heart if you had heart attack or you have sudden cardiac arrest. It will help your heart immediately. And we can implant it in the Bangkok Hospital Pattaya, the only one institute in southeastern of Thailand.
Yeah. And it's a common operation now, isn't it? Is it sort of fairly routine?
Right, we do it maybe nearly every day.
Really?
Right, and it's only minor operation. You don't need general anesthesia. I give you only local anesthesia, and you stay in the hospital for one night. Tomorrow morning you can leave the hospital.
That's amazing. I mean, and I noticed in your talk you were talking about it, you implant it in the shoulder.
Right, in the left side of your shoulder, and the surgical wound only about 3 centimeters. It's minor operation.
So, just one last question, Dr. Kitti. How do you mend a broken heart? As the Bee Gees once said.
I think maybe someone can help.
Yeah. Maybe just talk about it.
Right.
Thanks very much. It's been really interesting, and this is fantastic. This is the first talk of this kind in Thailand, and thanks for coming to the Expats Club. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Dr. Kitti from the Bangkok Pattaya Hospital. Now let's have a look around at all the other things that have been going on at the Expats Club today.
This week and every week we had a great display of the practical things that help life along as an expat. We had Darren McGarry who gives visa advice out in our foyer. We had health checks from Pattaya International Hospital doing blood tests, BP, etc. And we had our lawyer, Kun Sutapong. He's giving free law advice every single week. And we had the Nutrition Club. They were giving wellness evaluations.
Well, we were treated to a great performance of some songs from his new album and a little talk about his career from Barry Upton. Welcome, Barry. What would you say have been the high points of your career so far? Well, probably the biggest record I ever had out was a song I wrote for Steps called 5678. That was #1 in Australia. It was a big hit all over Asia. Spent 16 weeks in the British charts. But I would probably think that the big entrance into the music business was when I joined Brotherhood of Man and toured with them and recorded and had a few hit singles. You've been pretty versatile in the entertainment world, haven't you? Yeah, well, I've kind of like diversified a little bit from just producing and writing, and I've done a bit of DJing, and I'm doing a bit of DJing on the radio now, and TV presentation. I've also been a kind of record mogul where I've put out my own records and promoted them myself, and just tried to sort of be versatile about what I do. Oh, yeah. What's the main quality that brings success in your field, would you say? Oh, I think determination. You've got to be really interested in what you're doing. You've got to really get up in the morning and want to do it, because it's not an easy task to sort of write songs and see them right through to actually being released and then becoming hits. Oh, I understand you've written a new song for Pattaya. Yes, that's something I've just done recently. I thought it's about time Pattaya had a love song, a romantic love song. So I've written it with some Thai words in it as well, so that the Thai girls can get into the song and hopefully enjoy it as much as the Phalangs. Finally, I noticed from your talk that you're a little bit shy when it comes to talking about your own product. Why is that? Yeah, I always think it's a little bit cheesy when people just keep banging on about their album. You know, I mean, you know, it's just too easy to sort of, you know, show your album on camera and say about for instance, on this one, there's 37 tracks on it, you know, of which 30 I've written myself. There's 7 covers, and it's all kind of late 60s, 70s influenced. So I just think that, you know, really and truly, it's not such a clever thing to keep just banging on about your own album, really, you know. But it is like this one. It's available at iTunes and Amazon. It's only about £4.99, I think, to download the whole album on iTunes. Oh, but anyway, I'm not going to go on and on about the album because it's the wrong thing to do. However, if anybody wants some jams or chutneys, I've got quite a few of those for sale. Okay, thanks, Barry, and I'm sure people will be rushing out to buy your new album, Peace, Love and Hot Pants. Thank you. You said you look so good, you gotta be bad.
Our main speaker in the club next week is the Nutrition Club. They'll be catching up with all the wellness evaluations and good diets to improve your health, so come down to the club next Sunday morning. We'll also have the double CD of the musician that was on stage today, Barry Upton. We'll be stocking his music CD for 250 baht. So every week, Pattaya Expats Club, 10:30 in the morning, Grand Soleil Hotel. See you there.